Sean.
And we want to be your Po Town heroes, your source for all your budget Pokemon needs. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Po Town Heroes, home of the Spoink brand bacon. I'm Rhyhorn Trainer Steven.
Poke Scientist Sean.
And today we get to, I think we get to do like a really simple, really basic deck.
Yes.
So I think without further ado...
This is probably a deck you just take to your local league.
Yeah, because it's all just really cheap attackers, and it's actually really good.
It's very efficient, so...
Yeah, so we'll jump into a match, and we'll see how we do. All right, here we are with our first match. Lightning Steel, okay.
Zapdos, yay.
Zapdos. Well, at least we'll know if the deck...
At least Zapdos Jirachi.
Mm-hmm.
Chances are the metal is Jirachi.
Unless, is there any reason to do like a metal spread deck? And they're possibly
probably.
Like using Coco with something metal?
Probably. I'm going to lean more towards being that it's just before regionals, I'm going to guess you're more towards something that's regional based.
Yeah, it's probably Zapdos. No basics.
Jasmine in hand, can't play it.
Well, right now we can't. Hopefully we get her back.
Yes, and that one.
This one.
But you're in the backup Jasmine or the Elms. Because they're almost as effective.
Mm-hmm.
But 5 is still better than 3, so.
Yeah, so it just comes down to hopefully we get the stuff we're looking for. Okay.
You only gotta get them one. And we got Jasmine.
We got a Jasmine. It's not the full art, but we got a Jasmine.
We get 5 cards to work with.
Yep, and we're going second, even better.
Yes.
We're going second, even better.
Yeah, we want to go second with that card. Oh, Manectric.
Manectric.
Now, what's the...
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, you can still put Jirachi in there. Jirachi is literally a Pokemon you can throw in any deck.
Oh, yeah, easily.
It wouldn't hurt the deck.
Okay.
Oh.
Ampharos?
Well, that's going to suck for them. That's going to suck for them.
No, Raikou. Raikou is the one that does more damage if you have energy in the lost zone.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad having Ampharos as a backup
attacker.
Yeah. The thing is, if the goggles come out like they're supposed to, those Pokemon can't be hit by it.
Yeah, we'll definitely see how this goes.
Bisharp's your early game attacker, and and that Rigidify, it kind of helps set up the next turn. Oh,
Pikarom.
Testing out Pikarom. And I'm going to guess you're using that new Voltorb. The Electrode.
Probably.
The one that you can just splash and move all lightning energy to one Pokemon.
Oh, that's right. Yep. That's probably what it is.
But without Manectric.
Electric.
They're already attached for turn. They're out of supporters. Might as well take this advantage.
Alright, so we will Jasmine to grab 1, 2,
Beldum.
3, 4, 5.
We don't need as many Bisharps. We already have 2 in hand. So
we have 1. Oh, we got 2 in hand, so.
So we'll need.
At least a second Pawniard.
How many windows do we still have open?
We still have 2 cards.
So probably a Beldum and a Metang.
Metang. Alright, so
of course, benching Beldums.
Bench Beldum, bench Pawniard.
Attach energy to Pawniard.
Okay. Well, I was thinking maybe doing the Ultra Ball.
We were probably had to sacrifice a Cornet. There are 2 in the deck.
So to grab out a Ringaroo.
We need to keep the edge we kind of have.
All right. So Cornet and Tang.
What do we have in the deck? Probably a Ringaroo, because next turn is going to be hectic. Because we're going to be able to evolve pretty much everything, and we'll have no cards in hand afterwards. So set up Rigidify.
All right, Rigidify, we're taking 30 less. So We'll probably take the 20 from Zap Kick.
No, we
Or
won't.
no, we wouldn't take the 20 from Zap Kick.
So I had to be able to do
They
a-
can't
they had
load
to,
up.
They had to do 40 to do 10 damage. So
They can't load up Pikarom.
I mean, I did have an idea about Pikarom and Naganel using Electrode to move all the energy at once.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
You'll need 2 turns and 6 energy in the discard.
Energy switch. Okay. So now, how you gonna get energy 3 on there?
He's assuming that we're going to be knocking it out. So Bisharp,
Bisharp.
Metang. If we can draw into a candy, this would be awesome. Oh,
And
open up the play.
120.
Because we know their hand.
Yep. Energy.
Yeah, and we're going to be losing Bisharp, which we need to get another energy. Oh, well, how about that?
Well,
And we get a Metagross to go lead the turn.
Yep. We'll get a Metagross to lead. We got a Cynthia to refresh.
We'll be hitting that Zekrom for at least 100 because of resistance.
Yep.
Versus 120. We got to put pressure on that thing. There's
Nice.
3 energy.
Which
And we need to set up Metagross now.
Yep.
Because we won't have a chance otherwise.
Metagross lead or Metagross still on bench?
Bisharp.
Bisharp, okay. So now it's our turn.
bench.
We will Metagross.
Cynthia. We need an energy.
Yep.
We need to chip that thing pretty hard. So.
Yes, we do.
And we need to get a goggles to throw onto Metagross.
Oh, are you serious?
Ultra Ball.
Getting rid of probably.
I don't need Field Ball at this point.
Yep. Grab delmise or.
It doesn't really matter at this point. I would say Metang, a Poniard.
Yeah, thinking Ponyard.
Yeah, we didn't get the opportunity.
Although, I'm perfectly okay losing a Beldum right now.
Well, he can take 2 knockouts whenever he wants. And Metagross is just in range, unfortunately, of the sniping damage. It's 2.
Oh yeah, 3 extra.
But he'll need 2 more turns. He'll need 2 more turns to get it done. So he'll still have to load up and then.
Well, he's got a.
Unless he drops an Electrode, which probably will happen, knowing that.
Well, he's got a circuitry.
Well, if he knocks out Bell, then we need to lead Metagross.
Yep, we'll lead Metagross, we'll Stevens, and then we'll grab a switch and all that good. Oh, Guzma, what are you taking out? Metagross, okay.
100 damage.
Yeah, it's 100 damage.
We got free Stevens now.
Okay, cool. We got a free Steven. Alright, so we'll do that.
So Steven,
Yep.
one's gonna be a candy.
1 candy, 1 meta. Wait.
Well, we already have meta. We already have meta.
Oh. Okay, so.
We need energy.
Energy and goggles or switch?
Goggles.
Goggles.
Put it on Metagross, so it's no longer a sniping target for him.
Or miss?
No, the Beldum.
Okay.
For candy. Metagross. Put energy on. Actually, put energy on the benched one.
On this one?
Yeah.
And then we'll instruct for 3.
We're going to lose that one anyways. I don't want to put energy on it and not get access to the second half of Meteor Mash.
I get it.
Now we have Bisharp to lead into the next turn.
I put at least smack him for 100.
Yeah. That little bit of damage just keeps us out of range. That resistance. But lightning decks are everywhere.
Lightning decks are everywhere.
Because of 2 cards.
Well, I totally get it.
Oh, it's got to smack back, so. Zapdos does not have resistance on us.
He does not have resistance.
Use it up and bring up the other Bisharp.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Energy.
Because I know Zapdos can be a threat. Although, wait.
We forgot a Rangaroo.
Oh. Wait, why did it have an up?
because it came into play this turn, even though it doesn't apply for it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The only downside about Bisharp, it has 2 retreat costs versus 1.
Yeah.
But
Plus 110 doesn't really help.
he can't be paralyzed.
Alright. Let's go.
Bench Bisharp.
Bench Bisharp.
Steven. Actually, no. We have to Elm then.
We could Elm.
We can't do Steven, otherwise we lose the turn. But we can't retreat either.
Yeah, we'll Elm for a Beldum. Wait. Oh, Metagross. Or it's 120. Dang it. Alright, so we grabbed our last Beldum.
Well, we can still smack it for 20 unless we get a switch. Or a Stretcher. Batang. Or Bisharp.
Thinking Matang.
Thing is, he's gonna. I was thinking Matang or Bisharp.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a. Well, let's grab Bisharp.
Bisharp's kind of our main attacker,
He is.
but Metagross is the backup attacker, and we can always get him to Metagross via Rare Candy.
That is very
We can
true.
still hit it for 10.
Yeah,
but
we'll still smack it for
and
10.
we never hit it because we switched it.
But even so. Okay, so I'm thinking when we lose this Bisharp, we put up the Metagross.
Steven.
And then we'll Steven grab the switch or whatever, but make sure that we actually start getting this Meteor Mash going.
Yes. Open it up on circuitry.
Yep. Alright, so we pal padded, probably the lady. Yep.
Thing is, I think he's waiting on the Zekrom for their last 2 knockouts. So, except they can't get Metagross as one of them at this point, unless it's in the active, which you can't prevent. So, oh, Metagross, get it.
Yep.
Get it started.
Because then we can at least start hitting for
Thing is,
120.
we want that delmise, and because he can't hit us.
We'll go
onto Beldum or Bisharp. Steven?
Steven in order to grab
Candy.
Delmise, Candy, Energy
Probably Cynthia.
for next turn. Oh wait, no.
Or have one of them being a Stevens. So we can always get the energy next turn. So Delmise. We're missing that key knockout, but we still got another Metagross on the way. With a Steven to use with.
Yep. Plus, we'll be able to draw 2 with the Oranguru for double Cynthia.
So we got 3 options.
So yeah, we're gonna Meteor Mash for 60
For
or 50. But at least he can't get the clean knockout with the Voltorb. He can retreat.
Well, actually, I was thinking more of a stall variant of Metagross because of Steven, all the tech coming out. The one-of tech.
Yeah.
And those custom cards. Custom catcher something deactive that doesn't want to be there and just leave it there.
Oh, that's
and stall
right.
them out.
Yeah.
Because you can use Steven to grab them both.
And plus, with all the energy
and you grab
denial.
Steven in the way.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea.
I mean, I literally have seen Metagross go pretty much head-to-head against Blacephalon, only because Blacephalon needs to use 4 energy per turn to one-shot it. If it's not weak, it doesn't hit the weakness.
That's definitely one we need to really look into.
So either hitting Metagross for 2 energy with Blacephalon, or you're hitting it for 4, just to hit at 200.
All right, so we got an Electric.
We did. Thing is, if they get 1 more, we're in range of their GX attack, but they still got to get energy. They're anticipating the knockout. However, we got automatic paralysis coming our way because they're on the 3 prize mark.
Yeah. Oh wait, and it's if you have exactly 3.
So they have auto paralysis. So I think with this, Steven, we'll still go through with Metagross and provide a switch
so let's see. I want to start picking off this the Pikachu.
What's the hit point? What's the hit points on that? We're hitting for 110, 130 with minus 20. Get rid of the circuitry.
And then
Pop it. Should be exact kill. Or what's left of it.
Prize for prize. All right. Come on. Stretcher. Okay.
So we shuffle it all away, and next turn we just had to keep out of Zekrom's range, which Metagross is the only one that's immune to its sniping damage.
Which, notice, we're 1/3, or it's 3 prizes to 3 prizes, and we're running Bisharp versus Pikarom. Probably not a perfect Pikarom, but still Pikarom.
Oh, there's the battling companion.
Yep, there's Metagross that they've been looking for this entire time.
It probably was prized the entire game. Lady attached to Zekrom. We need to find the other goggles to get the 2 Metagross out of range.
Yes, we do.
But if we top deck goes, and we need to start wailing on that Pikarom.
Yes, we do.
With probably this Metagross.
Are they on the same page?
We got one. Do we have another field blower or access to another field blower?
Field blower won't matter on this point because he's going to be. Since he
I know.
ladied, he has access to energy. Assuming he got it.
Escape rope.
Give him the.
I'll go in with Bisharp. But now is this going to be Zekrom active?
Probably.
Yep. Okay, so Zekrom active is going to hit for 150.
Well, we need. Thing is, we need to be able to get. Oh.
Yep.
And he's gonna put. Oh, he's out of energy.
Unless he failed the surge. Okay, so Cynthia, or Cynthia.
Rescue
or
Stretcher
Steven.
for
Okay.
the bottom effect.
Rescue Stretcher.
Adding yet
shuffle
Pokemon
through.
back to the deck.
Yep.
For 1,
1,
2,
2,
and then 1 being a Bisharp.
Okay. And now Cynthia or Steven?
Steven now for guaranteed cards versus Cynthia where
Okay, so what are we grabbing? We're probably going to grab a Cornet.
We're not getting Guzma because we the target
Probably,
we want.
probably an energy and pan.
Yeah, because next year we get to Cynthia. Energy on the bench 1. Pan on the bench 1, so it's out of it sniping range. Start it up.
Yep.
2 more turns.
And at least start getting some 50s. He can do the one.
Either he's out of energy or he's curious.
Something tells
Or
me
it's all in
he's-
his hand.
something tells me it's all in his hand. Unless, wait, how much is in here? Fava, okay, so
How
we're
much
gonna
energy
lose.
is in his discard?
I did. I got something.
1, 2,
5.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Because it was in a
And assuming the rest is in his hand, Bisharp.
At least
Doesn't-
get that
does-
solid 110.
Doesn't matter though.
Well,
He
Cynthia.
needed that pan to hit that. Switch it to the Metagross.
Switch to Metagross?
Mm-hmm. This is the turn. He needs to add another Faba or it's over. I'm trying to figure out how.
Energy on
Okay,
Ponyard.
go to his discard. Where do you get the extra 20 damage? This was already on it.
It deals 200.
Oh, he GX attack.
Yeah, he GX'd attack.
So you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Nope. But
But
now,
next turn we're only hitting 130, 110. Right, hit for hit we're losing. We need one more turn.
okay, so Barks,
What a good time for a field blower.
this would be a very good time for
Oh,
a field goal.
for him having that Faba.
Mm-hmm.
Without that Faba, that was it. We had the turns. Because if this turn we could have hit for 110, and then Bisharp cleans up. And the thing is, if we not got Pikarom, we get the game.
Yeah. which is
Unfortunately, this is probably the one deck I forgot to put in choice bands at this point, which actually would have helped us in this last hit.
we still might be able to pull this off. It's going to be a really, really close game, but we still could possibly pull this off. It just comes.
Sir?
It literally just comes down to whatever the play is.
So this would be a good time for a Guzma.
This would be a very good time for a Guzma.
Just wail on it with Bisharp.
Energy switch, okay.
He's not doing anything with. Oh, he's probably putting on a Minetric. Or
No,
Raikou.
Raikou, because of the fact if there's energy in the lost zone, it does 120 for 2. Like, it's a really, really good card. I'm going to
Put it on Poniard and then Jasmine for Bisharp, and then try to draw into the Guzma.
For next
and we'll
turn?
do the Cornet afterwards. We need.
Yes, I know.
We get Steven this turn.
That we cannot use
Because
currently.
we did Jasmine.
But we actually could still. We could still potentially pull this
knowing
off.
he's going into a 90 damage hit. He's aiming to two-shot us. How many? We need a top deck of Guzma.
We do need the top deck of Guzma. Like, oh wait, hold on.
We're missing 10 damage. And we're missing 10 damage from being able to.
Mm-hmm.
Or he'll escape rope.
Wait, we'll be able to get.
He's gonna
Oh no,
escape
never
rope.
mind. I know.
The only card that we can give him is Bisharp. That won't secure a knockout.
This one.
Yep.
Yeah. So now.
Because he's only swinging for 90. And he needs 2 electric power to hit, though. Actually, he needs 2 electric power plus 20 damage. So, no escape rope. So, Pal Pad, he's probably going to recycle the Guzmas for maximum.
I think he's gonna recycle probably the grit, maybe the
I can
lady
see
or
Guzma,
Faba.
and I can probably see to maximize chances of drawing it. And Brock to keep
I'm thinking.
numbers.
I'm thinking lady and Brock.
Knowing that he can stall us out for 5 turns and win. How many Guzmas?
Lady and Brock.
So how many turns do we have? How many? So in discard. How many Guzmas?
We have 2.
So you have 1 somewhere. We need to get him out of there. Well, give him the salute. We can't get him out of there. How many switches are in the discard? The deck only runs 2.
1.
So. And out of those 2 cards, unless Guzma's evading us, it's in the prizes. So this is the last turn. So
This is the last turn.
give him the salute. Missed it by 10 damage. 1 more delmise would have gone.
Well played. You have a good deck. Smiley. Oh, we have 2 cards left in deck.
Yeah, he could have stalled us out.
I think that's what he's. I think that's what he was trying to do.
Now he can actually finish the knockout.
Yep.
Now, if hitting a field bore and hitting the buff padding would have secured longevity, but because he would have had 220 hit points, which 290 base hits would. Well, we would have had 10 hit points left.
Mm-hmm.
Also, belt range.
Yeah. Oh, that would just be ridiculous.
But right now, I think the worst. This deck is premature with doesn't have even the choice bands yet. It was just something to throw together. Still work on edits, but
Yeah, I mean, even then we could
even
probably.
Pikarom, he missed out on the GX attack, which could have cleaned up the game by 1 more turn. So
Yeah. Either way, that
Or one
was
more
a
prize.
that was a really, really close game.
we'll see if
So
we can get a quick second game and then.
well, let's do it. Let's do the deck breakdown,
Yes.
and then after that we'll go right into another match, and we'll see how we do. All right, and we are back with the deck that I have affectionately called Knights and Mounts, because it all is based around Bisharp, and Metagross.
Notice that they're both 1 energy attackers, and average hit should be around 120.
Yep.
130 if delmise is out.
Provided you're not going up against Pikarom.
And you don't have choice. This deck doesn't currently have choice bands in it. Otherwise, it would have been probably better against Pikarom. But when Pikarom is more of a splash in the deck versus the main part.
I think we had 2 Guzmas in the prizes.
So our last two prizes were Guzma. Or one of the last 2 cards was a Guzma.
Yeah.
Evading us from being able to be played.
All right, so the entire deck is built around Bisharp. 110 HP, stage 1, 1 energy or 1 metal energy, 30 damage, and if this has no damage counters on it, it does 90 more. So that's 120 as long as you keep it healed.
I tried the Acer Roller route. I tried the Max Potion route. It's too frail to run both, to run it. So you basically use it as base the main attacker, and Metagross really the backup, the end game attacker.
Yep, and then you got the Metagross, 1 energy or 170 HP, stage 2. 1 metal energy, 60 damage, and during your next turn, this Pokemon's Meteor Mash attack does 60 more damage. So that's 120 for 1.
Or 130 if delmise is out.
Or 1.
Which gives you the key knockouts of Buzzwole and Baby Buzz and Kyurem, which Kyurem weak to you anyway, so that's not a problem.
Which is exactly what you need. We've got a Rangaroo to give us some draw.
It's really there for the early game, because once Metagross can get out in the active using Stevens, you don't. Yeah. It's your draw from the rest of the game.
Yeah, Stevens, you pretty much get whatever card you want.
Cynthia's you rather have more cards than not? Or you need more cards than just the 3 Steven gets you?
Yeah.
Or you're out of Stevens?
Exactly. So I don't really think there's anything outside the normal, so let's just do a quick deck breakdown.
You want a Rangaroo? Because make sure you're not screwed out of a hand. Let's have a hand of 3 cards.
Yep. On top of that, it's a Rangaroo. It's pretty much a staple at this point.
It is a staple at this point.
We run a
3-2-3 Metagross.
3-2-3 Metagross. Again, this is your backup attacker. You're mostly going to be using the effect or attacking.
One of the best supporters in the format, with the fact it doesn't end your turn with Metagross.
Exactly. We run a 4-4 Bisharp line. This is pretty much the main attack.
He's simple, and he's always hitting 120 pretty much as he comes out the gate.
Exactly.
And if you get a knockout, you might get a chance at a second hit.
Yep. We run 1 delmise, and that way our metal Pokemon do 10 more damage, which is always good.
Yes.
We run 1 field blower, so we can deal with.
So we can get rid of resistances and field blowers, and choice band isn't a miss. This isn't worried against this deck. We can hit stuff like a skateboard. They bet that it's almost in every deck now, thanks to Jirachi.
Yeah. So this definitely slows your opponent down if you get the right tool at the right time. I think we end up getting rid of it in our round, which if we should have saved it for when he finally played the skateboard. But even so, we run 2 candy just so we can try to speed up the Metagross as fast as we can. 2 rescue stretcher. Pretty staple at this point.
1 Pokemon versus or 3 back to the deck to build numbers. As you saw, we were pretty much out of cards at the end of the game.
Yeah.
2 switch, because Metagross is a hefty Pokemon.
And
Bisharp not as much, but he still requires a little bit more energy and demand.
Yeah,
but most times Bisharp's probably going to get knocked out in return, so switching him is not going to be usually an issue.
Yep.
Unless your opponent can't one-shot, like, say, Xurkitree.
We run 3 Ultra Balls, so we can pull out specific targets. Ultra Ball. 2 Mount Coronet, so we can bring back metal energy to our hand. Pretty stable. 4 Cynthia. We run 4 Guzma. Because Guzma.
It's Guzma.
We run 2 Jasmine, which allows us to search our deck for a metal Pokemon, reveal it, put it into our hand.
Which we split with the numbers of Elm, so then if you don't get one first turn, you still got Elm, which all your basic except for Rangaroo and Delmise are 68 points.
Yep. And even then, if you go second and it's your first turn, you can search your deck for 5 metal Pokemon.
Yes.
You are now
astounding speed of
as you end up seeing in our first match, that allowed us to get the momentum to at least get started on a strong foot.
Without resistance, we were hitting 1-shots. So
yeah, without resistance, we would have been hitting 1-shots.
To Elm, because in case you didn't get Jasmine, Elm still gets you your beginning cards.
Yep. We run 4 Stevens Resolve because of the fact, if you're going to have an ability that causes you not to lose it,
and if you get turn 1, you can let it set up turn 2.
And then
You
turn
can start-
3, and
which
then
is
turn 4.
Which is probably going to be Metagross, which means Steven's probably going to search for another Stevens with a Metagross Rare Candy following.
Yep. So yeah, Steven's Resolve is like our the best card in this deck. We run two Metal Frying Pan.
Two split up the pans and goggles.
Yep. Now you could easily drop the
Goggles prevent sniping damage from attacks and abilities. Even I don't think it's damage countered, but I think
takes 30 less,
From
and your
attacks.
opponent's abilities
Does
can't
not-
put damage counters.
yes. So, but attacked with a damage counter can still put it, which usually they're only active anyways.
Yeah.
put
So,
it.
so the thing is we obviously are running the frying pan and the goggles in order to give us some more defense. You could easily swap one or the other for choice bands.
Bisharp Fire is more of a thing, which it will be. Probably pan, but if you're dealing more with Weavile and Coco, goggles.
Probably goggles, and then
Plus, thing is with Coco, they still have to break 30 just to put damage on you. Weavile, they still have to be able to break 30 to put damage on you if they could.
Yep, and even then, you could easily swap one of the two cards, depending on whatever your local meta is, to put in Choice Band.
The more aggressive version of Bisharp would be just running Choice Band.
Yeah.
Because then you're hitting 150, which 2 shots pretty much everything in the format,
Which is good.
barring resistance.
And then 10 metal energy, because it's pretty staple at this
I mean, it's not a it's a stretch to put in that new Lucario Metal GX in this deck as the early game tag team of GX attack.
Yeah, so it's,
So imagine Bisharp with 140 hit points versus 110.
yeah, that would just be ridiculous. All right, so
I'm seeing another deck with Metagross. I'm just waiting for that tag team to come out.
all right,
It's
so
literally going to be a toy for the deck.
that's going to be good. So we're going to jump into another match, and we'll see how it goes. All
Probably
right,
the
here
last
we are. Here we are back with our with another deck, Fighting Colorless. This is definitely going to be an interesting one, called the Coin Flip
It
Tails.
could be literally any fighting deck at this point. Probably named Buzz or Buzz, or I'll be surprised by Lycanroc. What's another?
It could be Kabuto.
No, probably. What's the colorless Pokemon then?
Maybe either Ditto or Rangaroo.
Probably Ditto, but or it's just
Wow.
Kabutops. Kabutops stall.
Yeah, that could be it too.
Kabutops stall could always be a deck. I'm waiting for it actually being a thing. We start with,
But you know what?
with
Let's-
lecture. We can't get cards.
You know what? Let's let us be the first ones to run it.
Yeah.
Be the first to run Kabuto. So definitely keep an eye out for that.
Only one,
Ooh.
not bad. With a can't say badly. I mean, you got Steven. But
Yeah.
I would prefer to get an energy out of the top.
Well, hopefully we energy top deck.
We get energy top deck, we can Rigidify and resist the first 30. And then we can Steven right on top of that, setting up next turn. Or we can
hold
just-
on. Let's see what we're going up against first.
Or we can just play it safe and use Cynthia.
Let's see what we're going up against first. Once we figure out what we're going up against, then we can figure out what our strategy is. Because who knows? Okay, so Bouffalance.
Not another stall deck. More Shadow Box.
Marshall.
Stop copying me! Oh. More Shadow Box is an absurdly good deck. That's our underrated deck. That's only going to get better. Yeah, don't put Marshadow in the active till we need it.
I'm gonna send.
We need it. We need energy.
We need energy. We need a lot of stuff.
But if we can Rigidify, we can resist the first couple damage. Oh, this might be a quick game. This might be a quick game. Just done.
Done.
DC and it's over, so it doesn't matter. Yep, he got it.
Well played. You have a good deck. Smiley face.
There's DC. No Marshadow deck runs without it.
There it is.
Knockover. Okay.
You know, we've lost a lot on this channel, but I think that's the fastest loss we've ever had.
And getting nothing out of a Cynthia. And we got Jasmine out of that Cynthia with another Cynthia.
Nothing.
With a Steven.
Nothing in the first hand. Nothing in the second hand, or nothing in the Cynthia
Well,
hand.
we had something, but we would have ended our turn doing so. And a fire deck.
Like I don't think we've
What's
been.
up, Leon? Yay.
Yay. Who knows?
Best case scenario, we can stall them out, which I hope not, because...
Would we like to go first? Yes. Wait, no. We wanted to go second. Dang it.
Well, that means it probably has Blacephalon, because they want to use their GX attack pretty much as early as they can. Well, we can't get first turn, at least we can at least Steven. Guarantee your next hand.
Metal Energy.
Guarantee your next hand.
Stevens. We'll go with...
Rare Candy. Rare Candy, Metagross.
Metagross.
Rare Candy.
Rare Candy.
We already have a... We already have Cynthia in hand.
Energy. Hold on. We got the energy there.
We're probably going to be... Well, we're probably going to be hit. Because he's doing minimum 20 and we can't resist yet. But we can always just bring up Metagross. And we have the 1 energy retreat. Actually, the last card should have probably just been a Steven. But I think it's out of a Cynthia. We're probably going to be just fine.
Well, even then, we got...
This turn, they're probably using Farfetch as a filler.
Probably.
It's not a bad filler. Oh.
No, Charizard.
Charizard.
Wait, so then...
We have time. And our Pans are our best friends.
Colorless, Fire, Psychic.
Queen.
This is the theme deck.
How much of the theme deck? We're going to find out.
Well, there's a Farfetch, so I'm pretty sure this is...
Well, that's steam through, because we cannot BS. Rare Candy, Metagross.
Yep. Rare
Because we need to put the big boys out.
Metagross.
Cynthia.
We will Cynthia.
This is the ideal Bisharp, is the early... Like Zapdos, it likes the early game. Delmise. Energy on Metagross. And we got Cynthia for next turn. And one shot.
Alright, we might be able to donk him, much like we were donked in our last game.
Well, this is like Zapdos, though. Bisharp and stuff like Zebstrika really take advantage of that early game. And that's their issue. It's the late game they have a problem with.
Yep.
After this time, I think we're probably going to retreat. Oh, he didn't attack.
No, so
good game.
Well played. You have a good deck. Smiley face.
Ponyard, energy, and just single.
Yeah.
Lunge. Now, don't give it a chance to scoop yet.
Nope.
Against a weakness. But the thing is, that's the key to Bisharp, though.
Yep, so I think we're going to do one more, because game 2 we donked, game 3 we donked.
Time?
We're only at a half hour,
but
almost.
I have something at 7, and it's
okay,
I still had to drop you off, and I still got to go up there.
Okay. So I think we're going to... All right.
Well, with
all right,
with stuff like Bisharp and Zebstrika and other decks like it, they're very cheap, very quick. But that's their quick thing. They're quick, but they're frail.
Like they're cheap for a reason, unfortunately.
Zebstrika, other than just going straight up Zebstrika and relying on Thunder Mountain and hoping for the best that you keep it out there as long as possible, best case scenario probably running with Magnezone, which you'll probably see here in the near future. So I just got to test it out first.
Yep, so we got a couple more decks in the works.
We got a lot of decks in the format. Just to say, a couple hours before this recording, I went through, I got bored and decided how build a mini deck I can build around like Koga.
How many decks do you have for
currently?
Koga?
I have 11, and 4 of them are GX decks. And only one of them is a hype deck for it.
Wow.
And not one of it is something that's currently being played right now.
All right.
Well, because it doesn't exist yet, but is something that should see play. Something that should see a lot of play. I mean, outside of Koga, outside of Lieutenant Surge and Welder, Koga is going to be a deck for the defensive. As in, I'm trying to fit the room for Scizor to get 2 to 3. With Lieutenant Surge, Scizor needs to plan more on the defense because he can no longer play the offense if he used to be able to.
Yeah.
Because the power creep of tag teams have eluded him.
But it should be easy enough to do, especially with your brain on it.
You got a tag team on the way out that I can just put it out there to use the GX tag and then Acerola. Scizor now has effective 240 hit points for this game plus resistances.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much, even then, even though we got, like, really iffy on the last 2 games, we did go up against Pikarom first game, and we held our own. We didn't win, but we held our own.
We thinking it was either Zapdos or that, but figure it was more like an electric box deck.
But still, the fact we were able to hold our own
against Resistance and Pikarom, and we knocked out Purse, the only Pokemon that wasn't resistant to us.
Yeah. So, either way, what did you guys think of the deck? Let us know down in the comments while you're down there. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Become a PoTown hero yourself. Hit us up on PTCGO. We are Po_Town_Heroes. And be sure to check us out on social media at PoTown Heroes. As always, may your games go well, and may the top deck be in your favor. Till next time.